At the tail end of the promo for the Give Me the Music album, Beyonce, one of the biggest artists in the world, she does a global tour. And for 4 of the Canadian dates, you were the opening act. This is Queen Bee. This is Beyonce. Can you give us any insight into what it's like to be on the same bill as Beyonce? I saw her once at a festival in Philadelphia, and there's a reason why she's one of the all-time greats.
She is an absolute legend. I couldn't believe it when my manager called me and said like, okay, well, I have great news. We've been asked to be the opening act for Beyonce's Canadian tour, and I was like absolutely blown away. It was it was surreal. So the first date that we did, I forget if it was Edmonton or it wasn't Vancouver. I think it might have been Edmonton, and it was the first. Of course, she does arena shows. Of course, she doesn't do little small theaters. She does huge, huge, huge amphitheaters and arenas. So first night it was about sound check. She had just finished her sound check. I was backstage with my team and my band, and my manager came to get me and said, you know, um, Beyonce's tour manager, she wants to introduce the two of you. So I was like, oh my goodness. So she brings me over to the side of the stage, and she's no makeup on. Her hair's down, no crazy Sasha Fierce hairstyle yet. She's in her robe. And I meet her, and she's just like, "Oh, hi, thank you so much for doing the tour with us." And then she pulls me in for a hug, and she looks at me and she says, "God, you're so beautiful." And I just literally melted right there on the spot. I was like, "Oh my God." Beyonce just hugged me and said I was beautiful, and she thanked me for doing the show with her. Like, anyways, doesn't get better than that. Beautiful human, loved her aura, loved her vibe. She was very warm. Her whole team, her whole band, they were so good to us. They let us, they gave us all the time we needed to sound check. They, anyways, they were so gracious and amazing. It was a beautiful experience. And I watched her show every single one of those dates. So, and every night was just better and better. I don't know how she does it. She's a machine.
I feel like you lived 10 lifetimes in between the moment where they said, Beyonce would like to meet you and when you actually met her. Like in those few moments, I feel like you lived several lifetimes of like the self-talk and like the excitement and the doubt and like all these things. How do you prepare for a Beyonce moment?
You don't. And you know what kills me is I don't have any pictures with her. Because in 2009, my phone was, first of all, I didn't have a smartphone. I had like one of the first Blackberries or something. Your phone now it's glued to our hand. We have access to it all the time. When you live such an iconic moment, of course, what do? You take a picture right away. Back then, I don't, I had just gotten on Facebook. I don't think I was on Instagram yet. So nobody thought to take a picture of me and her. And it just kills me to this day. But, it's here. It's in my memory. And that's all that matters.
You're also a professional, so it's like you also don't want to ask her for a picture, and she wasn't done up yet in her stage outfit.
Correct.
So
Correct. But if it happened today, I would have asked her.
yeah, we'll just say you were a professional back then, and it wasn't a lack of a camera.